Over the last 5 years, I've probably tested out between 20 and 30 different wild camping and backpacking tents. And I've spent hours and hours studying the features and specs of probably hundreds more. Today, I'm going to share what I think is the perfect tent design for wild camping in the UK. And I'm giving it to you for free. So if you've got the time, money or motivation, you could steal my design and make yourself rich. You're welcome. So to start with, as a base design, you're going to start with what is probably the best off-the-shelf budget wild camping tent for the UK, and that is the Wild Country Helm 1. It's pretty much perfect in every way, apart from the list of changes that we're going to go through now. So we're going to start with the fly sheet, and the first thing you're going to do is get on the blower to 3FUL gear and source some of the 15D sil nylon that they use to make the Lanshan and the Taiji tents. Swallowed. Oh, swallowed a fly. Where was I? Yeah, the material. So it's a nice, thin, lightweight material. It's a 15D with a 5000mm hydrostatic head. And you're going to get that in the khaki colour and the green colour. They're the only two colour options that we're going to have. And already, just by changing that material, we've probably dropped down to 1.5 kilos and reduce the pack size massively. Then we're going to make a few subtle changes to that fly sheet. The first thing we're going to do is sack off the piece of wire that goes through the vent to hold the vent open. We're going to put some proper vent stays, you know, some solid stick things, either out of plastic or titanium sport candles. We're going to sack off the storm flap over the zip and the little Velcro tabs that always get snagged on the zip. And we're replacing that whole thing with a waterproof zip. So the last few bits on the fly sheet and the outer, we're going to keep the same poles and the same pole design because there's nothing at all wrong with them, I don't think. But we're going to swap the pole sleeves for clips just to make it a little bit easier to pitch up and take down in strong winds and bad weather. And the final thing for the outer is we'll make it so that when you open the door, you don't have to roll it up and cinch it into anything. Like the Pioneer 2, you've got a clip on the door that just comes around and clips onto the pole, so there's no faffing with that either. For the inner, you might know on the Helm 1, there's like a half circle or half moon shaped zip bit that goes into a back vestibule, which is handy for chucking your pack into or muddy boots and storing them out the back, out the way. But for me, I think we should just sack that bit off and reshape the inner so that it goes into that back vestibule bit. Gives you a lot more space on the inner. You lose the kind of external vestibule, but if you have got dirty boots or a wet pack, we're going to keep the front vestibule so you can put them behind the door. So I guess it's going to be a similar shape at the back as what you get on a Lanshan 1. Other than that, for the inner, it's already, I think, 2/3 solid and 1/3 mesh, which is the perfect balance for keeping cold weather out and allowing a little bit of ventilation. In future, we might make a full mesh inner available for the summer months because the Helm 1 is a massive sweat box in the summer. It gets really warm in it. There will be a footprint available for money. We'll talk about pricing at the end, but the footprint will attach to the existing corners on the outer, so there's no extra pegs or no extra things to peg out. And you can keep the footprint attached when you pack the tent away. No weather forecast gave out any rain today. Just one last thing on that footprint, it will cover the front vestibule area as well, because we love a covered vestibule, don't we? And then for tent pegs, you're not getting any with it. We might sell them as an option, but most people have got pegs lying around anyway, and most tents come with these really cheap flimsy things that end up getting thrown away anyway. So once you've stolen my design and made your tent, you've got to get it out there, you've got to get it marketed and get it sold. Don't bother with your own website, your own fulfillment or anything like that, because it's just hassle. We need to sell through other people. So Cole doesn't know it yet, but the tent's going to be £125 from Outdoor Gear Essentials or £149.99 from anywhere else. And the final thing you need to do before you launch is give your tent a name. I'd go with the Stealthmaster 1.5 UL Storm Pro limited edition. But what are you going to call yours? Drop a comment and let us know, and I'll see you next time.